dedicated to the grind and dedicated to you. That's why we do what we do. This is Power Grind Boxing, where we're dedicated to the great sport that we call boxing. I need you to subscribe right now for another jab of boxing news from around the world, commentary and entertainment with a focus of honoring those of the past and the present who have made a positive contribution to this great sport that we call boxing. This is Quick Jab Vertical Avalanche edition. And right now, we are going to talk about this highly anticipated bout between Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. It was an exciting fight, but Davis, he showed the world why he is at the top and is the new proclaimed face of boxing. But I will say that Garcia, he had his moments in this fight, particularly in the early rounds. But Davis showed why he's considered the best fighter in the sport of boxing right now. You got what I'm saying? Oh, man, it was awesome. So what I'm getting ready to do is I'm going to try to hit you with a round-by-round fight analysis from my own personal perspective. Now, leave thoughts in the comments if you don't agree, but tell me how I'm doing in this video. Do you understand what I'm saying? Of course you do. Now, listen, round one, Garcia, he came out with a solid game plan. He was throwing that jab and he was working from a distance. He was more active and, man, he did not give Gervonta Tank Davis a chance to get on the inside, although he did not land any big, significant shots. But in round one, it was clear that Garcia has won that round. I gave that round a 10-9 for Garcia, and Garcia looked good. He looked comfortable. He didn't look nervous or anything. I was like, oh, okay. Garcia, you trying to fight. You got what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I was like, okay. I see what's going on. Okay, so now let's push on to round two. You got what I'm saying? What it do when it's doing what it's doing in round two. What a fight it was. You got what I'm saying? Now listen, after Garcia dominated most of the round, Davis landed a counter left that put Garcia on the canvas. Now, Garcia, of course, he did make the count and he did not appear on the outside to be hurt, but it was definitely a Tank round. You got what I'm saying? So now I personally scored that round 10-8 for Tank Davis. But now what was crazy is when I looked at the judges, they didn't see it that way, even though Tank Davis had knocked Garcia down. So I don't know what was going on with the judging, but I was definitely not in accordance with the judging. Do you understand what I'm saying? Man, I was like, what? What are you doing? What did you see? Did you not see Tank Davis just knock Garcia down? How didn't you score that round 10-8? You got what I'm saying? Now, I will say for round two, most of that round, Ryan, he was more aggressive and he was landing shots. He was really taking chances. I did not expect Ryan Garcia to be aggressive in the second round or just take that many shots. And, you know, I just didn't expect that. You got what I'm saying? Okay, so let's push on to round three. Round three felt like a recovery round for Garcia, because, you know, he was since he had got knocked down in the second, he was much more hesitant, you know, to throw, and he didn't want to overextend himself because that's what happened in round two. You got what I'm saying? Now, Gervonta Tank Davis, he easily won the third round. I scored it a 10-9 for Gervonta Tank Davis. So now we're pushing on. Oh, do you want more? We in round four. Garcia, he went back to his game plan at the beginning of the fight. He was using a steady jab and he was keeping Tank Davis at a distance. Now, he was trying not to be tricked into a firefight because, he had that firefight in round 2, and guess what happened? You know what it do? He got dropped. You got what I'm saying? And I thought it was a great strategy. He fighting on the outside, fighting like a tall man. You got what I'm saying? Avoiding the firefights. If he got to win, you don't want to be in a firefight with a firefighter like Tank Davis. Do you understand what I'm saying? So Garcia, he landed a right hook, and Gervonta Tank Davis, he shook it off. You got what I'm saying? And I was like, But I really do think that Tank Davis, but he got comfortable. And I think that he did enough to take that round. You got what I'm saying? Now, Garcia, he did edge it out on the scorecards. So I think, it was a 10-9 for Garcia. And I see why they would do that because, like I said, he got back to the game plan. He was working. He was fighting tall. He was working his jab. I was like, okay, I see what you're doing. Maybe you did shake that off. You got what I'm saying? Okay, so now let's push on to round 5. Garcia, he was doing better at controlling the range because, Tank Davis, he's a smaller guy, and he was working his jab more than usual, So, I'm talking about like Davis, he was really jabbing. And I was like, okay. The only way the small man is going to get in there get on the inside with that taller man is if he work on the inside behind the jab. You got what I'm saying? Now, what I was noticing though in round 5, Davis, he was consistently countering Garcia. You got what I'm saying? I was like, I see what you're doing. But I will say I thought that Garcia won that round. I would have gave that a 10-9 for Garcia. Now we're going to push on to round 6. Now, what was crazy in round 6 is that the crowd was chanting, Ryan, Ryan. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, because, Ryan Garcia, he had threw like a flurry of punches. You got what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just, listening to the crowd and kind of, just being that showman and that entertainer. And I thought it looked good. Ryan, he looked more settled down. He was starting to look for bigger shots. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, okay. I see what you're doing, Ryan. I was like, whoa, he's getting super, super comfortable in there. Hey, he may just make it a fight. Now, I will say, Davis landed a big counter in the round in round 6. I think it was like a minute remaining or whatever. But he landed a gigantic counter, and I was like, "Hey, is that enough to take the round?" But in my opinion, Garcia, he won round 6, and I would have gave it a 10-9 for Garcia. Okay, so now round 7 had popped off, right? Oh, man. You know what I'm saying? And woo, you know what I'm saying? Look, Davis, he snuck in a body shot. And unfortunately, Garcia just could not continue. And what was crazy is that it was such a delayed reaction. You got what I'm saying? I was like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Now, some people were saying that, Ryan could have got up, but man, for me, it was an unexpected stoppage. And overall, I thought it was an exciting and a close fight between two of boxing greats. You got what I'm saying? Now, of course, Davis, he got that knockout power. He got that aggressive style. And it was just proven to be too much. You got what I'm saying? I'm telling you, it was an exciting fight. Man, I was looking at it. I paid my little money. You know what I'm saying? I was looking at it on pay-per-view. Me and my friends, we was just cheering and just like jumping up and down. It was just an exciting situation. You got what I'm saying? So, man, mad shouts out to Gervonta Tank Davis and mad shouts out to Ryan Garcia. But I'm telling you, Tank, he proved why he has that rocket launcher, because I'm telling you, he was throwing those missiles at Ryan. You got what I'm saying? Hit him with the left missile, knocked him down in the second. You know, so I'm telling you, in the second round, when Davis landed that counter left hook, it sent Garcia to the canvas so fast. You got what I'm saying? Like I said, Garcia managed to get back to his feet, and he continued to fight throughout that knockdown. But, it seemed as if Tank knocking Ryan Garcia down in the second round, it's like he stole his confidence. It's like Ryan Garcia didn't have the confidence. You got what I'm saying? It just took that confidence from Ryan Garcia, and then it gave Gervonta Tank Davis that psychological edge. You got what I'm saying? So then he could just work his way. You got what I'm saying? He just could work his game plan. I'm telling you, from that point on, Gervonta Tank Davis, he started to assert himself more. He started showing impressive power. He started showing speed. He started showing the technical skills. And I'm telling you, in the seventh round, he landed that devastating body shot, and it sent Garcia to the canvas again. And that time, it sent him to the canvas for good. Now, Garcia, he gave it a valiant effort. You understand what I'm saying? But it just was not enough. Do you understand what I'm saying? He wasn't able to beat that 10 count by the referee. Now, that's just how it was. You know what I'm saying? Overall, like I said, though, the fight was a clear demonstration of Gervonta Tank Davis's dominance. He showed why he should be considered one of the best pound-for-pound fighters with his power, his speed, his ring intelligence. He put it on full display. Now, Ryan Garcia is a young fighter. He's a good fighter. But it was clear by anyone who had eyes that he was unmatched and outmatched by Gervonta Tank Davis' superior skill set. But despite that loss, I'm telling you, man, Garcia was still a tough opponent. He has a lot of ambition. He has determination. And he's an inspiration to a young generation. But Gervonta Tank Davis right now is the face of boxing, and he is cementing his name and his place among the elite mountain of this boxing generation right now. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, look, that was my round by round analysis, my basic assessment of how I saw the fight between Gervonta Tank Davis and King Ryan Garcia. Do you understand what I'm saying? Look, we are dedicated to the grind. This is Power Grind Boxing, courtesy of Power Grind Sports. Join my community of subscribers, and I'm saying we can spar a few rounds. Do you understand what I'm saying? Punch the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, stay up to date with all the videos, because we are out here, and guess what? We are on the grind. You feel me? Peace.